Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, June 4, 2025. Government will be spending over $2.8 billion on flood management interventions, including repairs and enhancement to the National Gully Network this fiscal year. This was announced by the Minister with Responsibility for Works, Robert Morgan, during his sectoral debate presentation in Parliament yesterday. He revealed that $825 million would be spent on river training works to redirect and stabilize water flow, rehabilitation of heavily eroded gullies, and critical upgrades to the country's drainage systems.
These measures are aimed to safeguard communities, protect critical infrastructure, and this is part of the government's commitment to ensure that we are ready for any disaster.
The larger portion of the allocation, approximately $2 billion, is earmarked for comprehensive repairs and enhancements to the National Gully Network.
A significant portion of these funds will be directed towards the Sandy Gully and its tributaries. Not many people realize, but the Sandy Gully is not one gully. It's an entire network of a drainage system that ensures that Kingston does not flood. A significant portion of the funds also will be dedicated to the North and South Gully in St. James. These improvements are not only critical to flood control, but also for public health and urban development, protecting vulnerable communities and ensuring a sustainable future for Jamaicans.
Almost 1,800 Jamaicans had their criminal records expunged in the last fiscal year, opening up new doors of opportunities to fully reintegrate into society. These were from 2,500 applications received in the 2024-2025 fiscal year. The update was given by the Minister of Justice, Delwar Chuck, during his sectoral presentation in Parliament yesterday.
We need to give people a second chance. Many of them are out there, can't get work, can't travel, and we need to look at that. Successful expungement applicants benefit from having a conviction removed from their criminal records. Since 2016, more than 7,000 expungement applications have been approved, out of a total of almost 11,000 for this justice service, which is always in high demand.
He says the ministry is making systemic changes to facilitate the transformation of more Jamaican lives through the expungement program. To that end, the ministry recently employed and assigned 2 officers to the Criminal Records Office to assist with locating records for expungement applicants.
The real problem was that we were not getting the CRO reports on time. We have now decided to appoint 2 persons, pay 2 persons to work in the CRO, appointed by the CRO office, and we pay them. So persons no longer have to wait too long for their applications to be considered. And so, Madam Speaker, over the past 6 months or so, we have completed over 2,000 backlog applications.
The Tollgate Health Center in Clarendon is now officially reopened after receiving a much-needed upgrade, creating a more comfortable environment for staff and patients. This was done under the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Operation Refresh program, with financing through the National Health Fund, NHF. Renovations to the facility, including the addition of air conditioning units, repainting, new bathrooms, new windows, and reinforced concrete slab floor with tiled finish.
We are refreshing, upgrading, improving our health centers, community health centers, to highlight their importance to the health and wellness of people living in their communities. A very simple philosophy, because if we take care of you in your community, chances are you don't need to go to the hospital.
The health minister says he hopes to have a rainwater harvesting and storage system, as well as a power generator, in place at the facility to make it more resilient. Up to 20,000 residents from various communities access the center for a range of health services, such as antenatal and postnatal care, family planning, pap smear, child health, and immunization services. Minister Tufton encourages health workers to provide compassionate care as they deliver the service to patients.
We are going to have to ensure that on top of the new infrastructure that we put in, has to come the quality of service. And service starts with a smile. It starts at the gate. It starts with the common courtesies of good morning and good evening. How can I help you? Listening to people, showing empathy when they express their distress, because all of that is a part of therapy.
In other health news, major infrastructure works are currently underway at the Mapen Hospital to ease congestion, improve safety, and enhance service delivery. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says the improvements are increasing the hospital's capacity to meet the growing demand from population expansion in Clarendon and neighboring parishes. Among the key works in progress are upgrades to the emergency driveway and staff parking, which are part of a broader car park relocation effort. 2 new car parks have been constructed at a cost of approximately $180 million.
It will create a more orderly environment where you have the security of the perimeter fence, more orderly parking, and the emergency driveway for those who require emergency.
The original car park is to become the site of a proposed outpatient specialist clinic, which is awaiting cabinet approval.
I'm hoping over the next week or so, subject to cabinet's approval, is a $600 million plus award of a contract to build a new outpatient specialist clinic. This will mean adding some additional services, specialist services, in a new facility that will provide for both patients and doctors and their support teams to provide services to the expanding demand here at the hospital.
Work is also progressing on the hospital's perimeter wall, which is being carried out in phases to enhance the security of the facility. The minister also mentioned plans to expand bed capacity through a proposed $25 million investment, as well as efforts to strengthen staffing. And finally, Jamaica and the Dominican Republic have taken a major step in strengthening bilateral relations with the signing of a parliamentary friendship agreement aimed at deepening legislative cooperation and democratic engagement. The milestone agreement was signed on May 28 in Santo Domingo by Jamaica's Senate President Thomas Tavares Finson and his Dominican counterpart, Senator the Honorable Ricardo de los Santos. The agreement commits both countries to strengthening interparliamentary dialogue, legislative cooperation, and shared democratic and development goals. It also establishes a framework for regular communication and cooperation between both parliaments, encouraging the exchange of best practices and legislative strategies. During his official visit, Senator Tavares Finson also met with key figures, including the president of the Dominican Chamber of Deputies. Talks covered pressing regional issues such as climate change, migration, and democratic resilience. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.